Hi everyone! So for today's video, I'm going to be reviewing and giving you my first impression on the Pat McGrath Labs Mothership Mega Celestial Divinity palette. That's a really good test on my English speaking abilities because that's a lot of difficult words. Did I pass? Anyway, so today I'm going to review this palette and I'm also going to create two looks using this palette. So the video will be divided into two parts. So the first part will be a wear test and the second part will be on this look right here. And I'm also going to do some swatches. All the timestamps will be in the description box below. So that's pretty much what I planned for today's video. So if you want to know how I like this palette and if you want to see how to recreate this eye look, you can just keep on watching. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I put up new videos every single Mondays, so subscribe so that you don't miss any of the makeup Mondays. And that's it, so thank you so much for watching and let's get started with the makeup. Alright, so let's get started. Now I really need to keep an eye on the time because I have to go to work in 45 minutes. So I'm kind of really stressed out because whenever I film, I usually have all the time I want. So right now I'm kind of stressed. I kind of feel like I have to hurry up, but I really wanted to try this palette out today because I'm really excited about it and I really wanted to see how well it's going to wear during the day. I need to stop rambling, especially today because I gotta go to work. So let me open it up. This palette is so pretty, like the packaging is really amazing. Let me just say something. My wallet is crying. This palette is so expensive, but I really wanted to try Pat McGrath's eyeshadows and I felt like this palette was a really good opportunity because you have so many shades for the price. Also, this packaging, I feel like it's a little bit cheaper than her usual like plastic packages. This is a cardboard package and it feels a little bit cheaper than her usual ones, but I don't really mind a downgrade on the packaging just so that I can try the eyeshadows at a more affordable price. And it looks like this. It's so pretty. Hello there. I'm going to do swatches really quickly. So the first thing I'm noticing with the first shimmer shade is that it feels like a cream. They glide so nicely on the skin. They feel really, really rich. Same with the mattes. The mattes are very rich. And in the palette, you really have a good diversity in shades. So you can really create a lot of different looks using this palette. You have mostly shimmers, so you have just 3 matte shades. Oh, I'm so excited to try this palette. And you're also going to see my so I like to start just to moisturize my under eye area. And then I'm just going to hydrate my skin. I've been using the Tatcha water cream. I always get this cream with my Sephora points because this lotion is expensive, but it's really, really good. Oh, and also you'll notice I'm not even going to apply any makeup on my chin area because I have to wear a mask all day long, so I don't see a point in putting makeup on my chin. So usually after moisturizing, I like just to apply a little bit of concealer. So I'm going to conceal my under eye. I'm also going to prime with my concealer. I'm using the Born This Way multi-use concealer. I really like it because there's a lot of coverage with this concealer, yet the texture is very, very lightweight. So I'm just going to pack this under my eye. I'm so stressed. So I'm just putting this under my eye and I'm also taking what's on my finger and I'm putting some on my forehead because I have a lot of redness right now. I don't know why, but my skin has been breaking out. And also I'm really shocked because like 3 or 2 videos ago, I was super happy with 500 subscribers, but we are approaching 1,000 subscribers. Hi, who is she? I'm so excited. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. I have so much fun doing makeup on a regular basis. So thank you for almost 1,000 subscribers. Oh my god. And as you can see, I am using my fingers to blend my concealer in because usually in the morning, I don't really have time to clean my brush. I'm going to dip into the pink matte shade. I'm going to use a JH33 brush, which is a small blending brush. And I'm just going to place this shade on the lid. It's a really nice pink. It's also blending really nicely. I'm maybe seeing a little bit of patchiness, but it might be because I used a concealer to prime my lids. Just taking a brush with nothing on it, and I'm just going to go over the edges. I'm going to go into the shade called Cosmic, which is a really freaking pretty pink to gold shade. I'm going to take my finger and I'm just going to, oh my god, this is so intense, oh my god. And I'm just going to tap this on the lid. Oh, that's so pretty. So actually, that's all for the eye look. On a everyday basis, I don't really like to do something too much on my eyes. I'll have to see how it layers and how pigmented I can get it on the other look. But so far, on a everyday basis, I don't really mind how like sheer the matte eyeshadow is. But yeah, the shimmer is really pretty. Okay, so I need to finish the rest of my makeup before going to work. Alright, so I'm just going to apply a little bit of eyeshadow under my eye. So I'm going to take a fluffy brush with the same pink shade, and I'm just going to blend that on my lower lash line. Okay, so the only thing I'm seeing in this palette, there's no really like highlight shade. So there's no really shade I can apply in the inner corner, but I don't really mind that because usually I do like to use my highlight in the inner corners. I think I'd rather have another shimmery, colorful shade than a highlighter shade because I have so many highlighter shades to put in the inner corners and the brow bone. I feel like this palette could be really good just to complement your makeup collection. So far, I'm really happy with this palette. Like my eyeshadow, it's really pretty. Like I'm really happy with it. That's all for the makeup look. As you can see, it's really simple. It took me 30 minutes. I'm going to do a checkup at the end of the day just to show you how the eyeshadow looked. I'm so excited to see how this is going to wear, and these eyeshadows, oh my god, they're so pretty. So that's pretty much it for my makeup look. So I will see you in the evening. I think it's going to be very late because I'm working until very late today. So yeah, I'll see you tonight. All right, so it's been a very long day. I woke up this morning at 8 and I'm back at home at almost 9. And I will have to say I'm really impressed with the eyeshadow. Like the shimmer did last all day long. The intensity is still the same as when I applied it this morning. Okay, I've been speaking the whole day, like to clients and everything, and my mind, like I'm not able to speak too much right now. I think I'm going to have a lot of difficulty trying to speak. But anyways, I will have to say I'm really impressed. In the morning, I did have a little bit of trouble trying to get the pigmentation and the blend that I wanted from the matte shade, but it did last on my eyes very long. I've been using the Pure X Raw Beauty Christie palette. I've been doing the same kind of look where I use this purple matte eyeshadow and I applied it on the crease, and it doesn't last as long as the Pat Mcgrath one, I will have to say. So I'm quite impressed. So that's all for day 1. I'll see you tomorrow for day 2. I'm going to do a much more crazy look, so I'm really excited to use more of these shades. Thank you very much and see you tomorrow. Alright, so today is a new day, and for today's look we are going to test the limit of this palette. So I really want to use a lot of colors from this palette, and I really want to create a look that's much more intense than yesterday's look so that we can really test this palette. And also today I decided to wear my favorite sweater. Usually whenever I do makeup I always stain something, so I'm just going to cross my finger and hope that I'm not going to stain this sweater. Almost stained. Like I started like 2 minutes ago and I already almost stained my shirt. Actually I did stain it. Okay, I'm going to change. I'm a mess. Sorry, this video is really a mess. So I already moisturized my skin. I'm going to start by priming my lids. I'm going to use my MAC Paint Pot in the shade Painterly. So I'm going to start by going into the shade called Venusian Orchid, which is the very muted pink shade. And I'm going to take that with a JH33 brush, which is just a smaller compact blender brush. And I'm going to place this in the crease. So I really want to smoke this shade out. And I did use this shade yesterday and I used concealer to prime my lids. And on top of concealer, this shade was a little bit patchy. But right now, on top of the MAC paint pot, everything is looking very pigmented and it's blending really nicely. So that's quite good. So next, I'm just going to take a very small, precise brush, and I'm going to go into the shade called Major Mahogany, which is a very deep brown shade. And I'm actually going to create a line. So I want to do a cut crease, which is very straight. So I'm just going to create the shape using this color. So now that I have almost the shape that I want, I'm going to go into the shade called Venomous Void, which is a lighter purple shade. And I'm going to use a JH42 brush, and I'm just going to blend this shade on top of the brown we just applied, just to have a nicer blend. And also, I really want the most smokiness in the center right here. And I'm going to go back into the fluffier brush, and I'm just going to go in and do circular motions to make sure that there's no harsh lines. All right, so I think I'm where I want the blend to be. So next, I think I'm going to actually take the shade called Smoky Amethyst, which is a very dark, shimmery black purple. And I'm going to take that with the small, very precise brush. And I'm really going to put this in the very bottom of the cut crease. And also something I'm really impressed with is that I don't even have any fallout on my cheeks. As you noticed, I started with my eyes just to make sure that I don't have any fallout on my cheeks. And I've been using very dark shades, very dark matte shades, and I don't have any fallout. So that's really impressive. This shade is not doing a lot right now. I think because this is a shimmer, it's not really wanting to stick on top of the purple matte shades I already have. I think with a finger, it would transfer better than with a brush. And I'm starting to get fallout from this shade. So I think I have the blend and the shape that I want. So I'm just going to take a little bit of micellar water on a Q-tip, and I'm going to clean my lid up. I'm going to prime my lid again using the MAC paint pot. Alright, so my lid is primed, and what I want to do, I just want to soften the line underneath. I don't want it to be too harsh. So I'm going to take the JH42 brush, and I'm going to go into the pink shade mixed in with the lighter purple, and I'm just going to try and blend downwards a little bit just to soften the line. And I'm also going to take a little bit more of that shimmery black shade, and I'm also going to put this in the crease again just to soften the line. Next, I really want to put a shimmer on the lid. I'm not sure which one to use though. I'm going to go into the shade called Lunar Champagne, which is a very intense champagne shade, and I hope this is not going to ruin the look, but I'm going to take that and place it on the lid. Okay, so instead I'm going to go into the shade called Odyssey with a flatter packing brush, and I'm going to put that on the lid instead. So I don't really want the outer and inner corner to be a very harsh metallic shade, so I'm just going to blend these edges just so that they blend into my skin tone. But I will have to say this shimmer is very intense. I really love it. Okay, so with that shimmer, I definitely got a lot of fallout on my cheek. Alright, so I applied a little bit of primer under my eye. I'm going to start and work on my lower lash now. So I'm going to take a very small, precise brush, and I'm going to start by going into the lighter pink shade just to get the shape that I want first. So I really want this outer corner to go quite far, and same with the inner corner. So on the outer and inner corner, I'm just going to not follow the natural curve of my eye. I'm going to go a little bit more downwards, and then I'm going to go into the deeper purple shade, and I'm just going to go over that just to define the line a little bit more. And like the upper lid, I want the most smokiness on the lower lash in the center. And I'm going to go into the very deep black purple shade. And I'm going to be even more precise with this shade. So this eye look is very intense. I'm not sure how I feel about this yet. Very interesting. I'm going to leave my eye looking like this for the time being. I'm going to do the other eye off camera and I will be right back. Alright, so I'm back, and as you noticed, I almost finished my face makeup as well. I really wanted the video to be focused on this eyeshadow palette because this video, I feel it's going to be very long on its own already. So I'm going to spare you my complexion and everything. If you want to know what's on my face, you can check the description box below. But yeah, so right now, I'm loving this look. So first I wasn't really sure, but now that my complexion makeup is on, my lips, my brows and everything, I really do like it. And I just want to finish some details on my eyes. And what I wanted to do, I wanted to add a little bit of color in the inner corner. So I have the shimmer on my lid, but I wanted to add a lighter shade in my inner corners. So I'm not too sure which shade to use because all of the lighter shade are a little bit too dark to put in the inner corners. But I think I'm going to take the shade Lunar Champagne. I'm going to take that with a JH39 brush, which is a smaller compact brush. And I'm just going to plop that in my inner corners. I hope it will look good. It's a little bit too yellow for this look, but it's fine, it will do. I'm also going to put a little bit on my brow bone. I think I'm just going to pop on my ABH So Hollywood lashes. I feel like they go with like every eye look that is very elongated. All right, everyone, so here we have it. This is the finished look, and let me say, at first I wasn't really sure, but now I really like it. I feel like it's classic. It's not too different. I really wanted to do something different today, but oh well, I did a basic cut crease. But okay, I'm going to start talking about the palette. So these, oh my god, I'm going to use them on a everyday basis because these colors, the quality is amazing. I knew Pat McGrath's eyeshadows were good. They were good quality because I've heard a lot of people saying good things about it. I didn't expect how good these are because like the shimmers are so beautiful. They are so creamy and they are very, very rich. And I'm also obsessed with this last row because all of the shimmers in this last row are duochromes, so you have a really nice shift in colors, and I feel like they are really, really unique. So I feel like this is a really good addition to my collection. I will be able to create a lot of different looks using these. So I feel like this palette is really, really worth it if you are a makeup enthusiast like I am. The only reason I bought this palette is because I really wanted to try Pat McGrath's eyeshadows, and usually her other palettes are very expensive for less shades, and I really wanted to grab this palette because quantity-wise and price-wise, it's a little bit smarter. That's pretty much all I have to say on this palette. The shimmers are very intense, the mattes are very intense as well, they blend really nicely. But yeah, if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like. You can also subscribe to my channel. I put up new videos every single Mondays, so subscribe so that you don't miss any of the Makeup Mondays. And that's it. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.